So
Put a bit
like
of
my body.
Enya on. Have you ever heard of Enya?
What's that?
Enya, it's a singer. Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Oh my
Anyone,
gosh.
anyone of decent age will know who Enya is. And you better
Okay.
not edit this part out. Enya's
No,
the
I
bomb.
won't.
Sail away,
Okay.
sail. Do you know that song?
I don't think so.
Please check out Enya.
Okay, I will.
Are you going to show your new baby? Where's your new baby? What's its
Uh,
name?
Kovu.
Kovu.
Yeah, so we've got Simba, because Simba is the Lion King one, and then Kovu is the Lion King two. So like,
Okay,
so
Kovu.
they're both Lion Kings. Where is, I think he's in the bed. Hang on, let me go find him.
That's so cute.
Just
Kovu.
got to detach myself. Hang on.
Who even watches Lion King 2, but I've never seen Lion King 2. Is there even a Lion King 2? That's weird. Wait on. I'm gonna search that. Lion King 2.
There's a Lion King one, there's a Lion King one and a half, and then there's a Lion King two.
Okay. Oh, hello.
You say
Hello, little
hello.
baby.
This is
The
Kovu.
Kovu. And it's the hair in the ears that are just so adorable.
He's
Hey.
so cute. He's literally like the chillest thing ever.
I know, he doesn't care.
No,
How
he
old is
literally
he?
doesn't. He's 5 months old.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby.
The Rainbow Steps podcast would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we record this podcast, the Awabakal people, and extend that respect to elders past, present, and emerging. We would also like to pay respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander peoples listening and acknowledge the lands you are on today. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Welcome to the Rainbow Steps podcast, where we talk all things faith, life, and trying to follow Jesus through all the chaos. My name is Sophie, my pronouns are she, her, and I am the online coordinator here at Adamstown Uniting Church.
And I'm Jord. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm an elder here at Adamstown Uniting Church.
We've had a really good chat before
I
actually
know, we've
properly
just been chatting
introducing.
away.
We literally just do that all the time.
Um,
So you probably got a very long intro before this, but now look, we're officially here.
Yay!
And we've got all of the animals. Kovu's down here, you can see his ear.
I had my dogs around somewhere.
So cute. And Simba's
Hopefully,
sitting over there.
hopefully not eating or weeing anywhere.
Hopefully. Where to
What a
start?
Sunday. We're just like I'm all blown out from Sunday because it
I
was
know.
yesterday. So when everyone will listen to this, it's Thursday, but
Mhm.
when we're filming this, it's Monday. So I've got like the post Sunday, like, bleh. But let's talk about Luce.
Let's talk about Luce. Well, I would probably sit here and talk about Luce for
I
ages.
know.
So, for those who don't know, yesterday on Sunday, my husband Luce, he was talking with Greer during the reflection part of the sermon, all about his experience as a trans man. Luce was born female and transitioned to male at the age of 22. No, what am I saying? He's listening to me. 24. Why did I think 22?
Can he come and talk for 5 minutes?
Can you come and talk for 5 minutes? He said
Like on a
shortly, yeah. So he'll
okay,
he'll
on a lunch break or something or whatever.
he'll
However,
come. We need
working
our
from
celebrity.
yeah. Well,
But
it
yes,
was yeah. Anyways, it was a great Sunday.
yes. So what did you think? Because obviously I live it every day. I know always know the stories, but we've had some really great feedback. Well, yeah, Luce has. Um, and everyone's just saying how much it resonated with them, how
Hmm.
important it is to share these stories. So, what are your thoughts?
Mm. Yeah, it was beautiful to see Luce up there because I always thought he was like really, really shy and stuff, and like he didn't want to get on the stage or anything. So it was just a big step to get on the stage. So that was
Hmm.
just like beautiful to see. But it was it was interesting, and I learned a lot that I'd never really thought about
Mm.
with with the journey of someone that's trans. And I just think all the waiting times and things for surgery and stuff, I didn't realize that it was such a long time and the
Hmm.
process could be like that. Like I was thinking about it last night. Like you can go into like have plastic surgery and no one really says anything to you. I could go in and get triple D boobies or something
Mm.
and no one would, second guess. But someone that really needs this surgery, I don't know how long you have to wait, but I'm assuming it's a long time. So
Yes. So this
that's stuck in my
so
mind.
the process kind of is like this. So Luce was able to access a service because he was under 25 when he started transitioning. There's a
Yeah.
specialist trans hub place here in Newcastle, Maple Leaf House,
Mm.
and they provide specific support for trans and gender diverse individuals under the age of 25.
Oh, good.
And so he was able to go there completely free of charge and, chat to social workers and psychologists and,
Yeah, good.
connect with doctors and all of those things. But it was a really long process to kind of start all of the more formal transition steps. So, firstly, what he did was he went in, and I remember because I was with him through this process because he had previously started transitioning. That's why I said at the age of 22 because he previously started transitioning and then he stopped and then he started again at age 22, at age 24. Um, and so what happened was is that he went and he was talking to this social worker and this psychologist at Maple Leaf House. Because what they were really trying to pinpoint is if what he was experiencing was actually gender dysphoria or if it was, body dysmorphia or if it was, something else, if it
Yeah.
was specifically gender dysphoria, right? And obviously, bang, 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 hit all the marks. It was affecting his quality of life. He felt alienated in his body. He didn't feel comfortable, showing who he was,
Yeah.
to people. And so that was when they were like, okay, so this is obviously, gender dysphoria. What are the first steps that we can kind of take to begin your social transition? Because that's what they try and do first. They try and transition you socially before, they try and do all of those other things so that they can kind of see if yes, this is
Test it
something that
out.
you
Yeah.
like. Yeah, yeah. And so by that time, when Luce first started his transition, when he was with me, was that he had to start the process of coming out to his friends and his family because I was the first person that he, properly came out to. And so he had to start that process with his friends and his family. And, like he mentioned during the sermon, his parents are a little bit older, so it took them a little bit longer to come around to, the whole culture of it all. And his friends have been really great about it all. His friends have been super supportive. But it was funny because I always said to him when he was having those kind of it was in that moment of limbo with his parents. I said, look, lean on my mum and, get that support that you need from my mum because, and I think I mentioned this in our first Pride episode, but when I was growing up, I had like a really strong interest in LGBTQIA politics
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
came out at 13. And so my mum was like totally across like the whole thing. Like it wasn't confusing to her. She did not care. Like I just said, hey, Luce is going to start going by Luce and he, him pronouns and he now identifies as a man. So please, refer to him as such. And she would, try and as much as she could to be as gender affirming for him as possible. She would call him, she would say, "Oh, you look so handsome today," and do all of those
Oh,
things. And he would get mum hugs from her and all of that. And I still say to this day that Luce's mum's favorite child.
yeah.
Like she
That's
likes
so
him more than
cute.
she likes me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I think, especially for him, that community excuse me, is so important because in those first days, months, it was the people around him that really kind of helped move it all forward. But in regards specifically to like medical transition, when they found that he did in fact have gender dysphoria, they went on with hormone blockers first, which is what he talked about.
Yeah.
As a option for people, hormone blockers to kind of stop the production of estrogen within his body, and then once the hormone blockers kind of settled and kind of evened out his hormones, that was when he started testosterone. But it wasn't necessarily like, okay, well, all right, great, you're on hormone blockers, let's go straight to testosterone. We had to go through the GP and revisit all of this with the GP. And then Luce is now on testosterone. He'll have to take testosterone for the rest of his life to, continue to upkeep with his transition. Otherwise, the estrogen will, come back and begin to regulate like female hormones. And Luce is actually he's on the waiting list for top surgery. Previously to that, he was on the waiting list to get on the waiting list. So you're on a waiting list to get on the waiting list, and then now you're on a waiting list to get the surgery. And I know it's literally it's an insane wait time. Like, yeah, it's crazy. But the reason that the wait time for us is so long is that we're choosing to do a bulk build avenue. You can get top surgery done privately by plastic surgeons, but it isn't covered by private health insurance
Medicare.
or by Medicare, and it costs about $20,000. One of my close friends, is actually one of Luce's groomsmen. He had top surgery through the private system, and yeah, he cost him $20,000. And that's the surgery, that's the recovery, that's everything. Yeah. So it's actually insane. So the avenue that we're going is we're doing a bulk build program in which this surgery will be used to support trained doctors, but doctors that are training to be specialized in plastic surgery. So they're going to be overseen by a fully trained and qualified
you just
surgeon.
don't have someone that's unqualified going, whoa, this is a scalpel.
Could you imagine?
Good, have a go. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's
ridiculous. But it supports doctors who are training to become plastic surgeons. So that's why it's taking so long, because it is the cheapest avenue.
I think when you asked me like, what did I think about yesterday? I obviously thought it was really good, but I think it was just more for me an emotion. Like I just had a mixture of emotions, pride, but also just a lot of like empathy of how scary it must be. Like what Luce has been through is just so, like, just the whole process is, I know people are trying their best and there are services that are really, really great, but it just sounded like he just went through so much to get to even this point, and it's just, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of sad. Like, can't we do better? Like,
time for a brain break. Pause and go and grab a drink or have a stretch. The episode will resume shortly.
what was your experience being, I think you've said before that you were a lesbian. Um, yeah, like I'm really interested in your perspective of when Luce said this. Like, obviously you love him and that's a big change for you.
Mm. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. The thing with me and the way that I went about my sexuality was that I was very much masc for femme. So I obviously am more feminine presenting, I like all of the typical, girly things, all of that stuff. And so I would intentionally seek out women who were more masculine presenting. So I had with your big muscles, woohoo. So I, typically sought out more masculine presenting women. And so I had a preference for more masculine people anyway, just not men.
Yeah.
And so I, because, and it's actually funny, and I will say this, um, I've had, I've had 5 serious relationships in my teen to adult life. And 4 out of 5 of those people are now trans men.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
That's astounding odds.
Yeah, I know. That's so weird. Hey.
You're
So
like a
yeah, so
magnet for the trans.
literally, so only one of my exes still identifies as female, as far as I know. I don't talk to her,
Yeah,
so she
but
could,
I mean,
but
she's probably, transitioned already.
but isn't that so crazy that I
Yeah.
unconsciously, and so from knowing this, when Luce came out as trans, obviously I was like, oh, okay, so this is going to be a bit of a shift. But his first reaction was, I was nervous to tell you because I was scared that you weren't going to love me anymore. And that just like broke my heart because I was like, I don't
Yeah.
care. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, this is important for you, so I care about who you are and who you want
Yeah,
to,
but I'm still
present
gonna love
as,
you.
but I'm still gonna love you regardless. And it's been like, it's been a journey, obviously, not only for Luce, but for me in redefining my identity, right? Because if it
Mm.
was up to me, I would just say, like, I would say, oh yeah, I identify as a lesbian. But then, like, that's confusing to other people, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, my personal label doesn't really have anything to do with anybody else.
Yeah.
But I just find that saying, I'm a queer person is a lot more inclusive because, and Luce and I always say this, we never joke about divorce in our marriage because we believe that, even putting the idea out there is, a
Yeah.
negative
Bad
energy that we
bad
don't want to.
vibes.
That's right. But we always say we're never going to separate. Like, that's just not an option for us. But if in worst case scenario, something does happen, like I think that having that queer label would still make sense to me because I wouldn't go out and be like, I only can date women. I feel
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
journey as well has opened up my mind to actually being more inclusive of trans people. Obviously previously I have trans friends, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have knowledge of trans people, but obviously being this close to, the trans experience, it's really eye-opening. So yeah, but obviously Luce and I are going to be together forever, so don't have to think about that.
You both are like peas in a pod.
Mm.
But I do enjoy our time on tech desk when you have little squabbles. I'm
It's
like,
so funny.
hey, calm it down there, calm it
Hey
down. What do we go
kids,
on there?
so funny.
Uh,
It's so funny.
I'm like ready to go Dr. Phil on your ass, like, hey, break it up, like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's funny because Greer, Greer, when she she sees Luce and I, like, no, we don't fight. We just have like
No,
squabbles. But because Luce is autistic, I have to be really direct with the way that I speak
yeah,
to him. Like, I
I
can't
didn't
beat
know he
around the
was
bush.
autistic.
Yeah, Luce is autistic.
Oh,
He's
there you
got
go.
he's level 1.
Yeah,
So but yeah, so he is
I know he's
autistic.
very particular about things,
Yeah,
and
no.
it's super cute, and I've just noticed it, and I just flow with it, like I know that he likes to do certain things, and he's super cute. Like he has like our running sheet for the day of church service, and after each section, sorry, my table's being weird. After each thing's done, like he ticks it, like all morning, like so intro's done, tick, yes, and he'll light it and like he ticks it and I'm like, oh, that's so cute, like he's really like into it.
Yeah.
But he's like the true wizard with the sound desk and stuff. He makes us all look good, basically. He's like really into it, or like there'll be a problem and like during service he'll Google it and work it out there, like
Yeah.
during the service, and I'm just like, wow,
Yeah, because
amazing mind.
that's just what he does at home too. Like, so
Yeah,
obviously he
yeah,
mentioned in the service that he loves gaming and he does all of the gaming stuff. He has pretty much like a full setup here at home,
yeah,
minus a sound desk. He's got like a stream deck and he's got a
yeah.
PC with two screens. He used to have three screens.
You only
And
have
he's got
two eyeballs.
yeah. I know, like that's why I was like, what do you need a third screen for? He has a green screen, he has all the RGB lighting, like everything. So he like absolutely froths it, like so good. But yeah, so
Yeah.
when we're setting things up and he's because obviously I'm quite particular with the way that I do my job and things as well, and because it's so
Yeah.
overlapping, we have
And you
little
make sure
tips.
everyone else is doing a good job too.
I do.
I call
Jord
you
always
mum.
ups me.
I always call you mum. I'm like, yes, mum, I did
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, so when Luce and I are like having our tips, like I'll have to be really direct with him because I can't beat around
Yeah.
the bush with him because otherwise he just doesn't comprehend. And we were doing that in front of Greer once, and Greer just turns to me and goes, "Be nice to your husband." And I said, "I am being nice to him. What do you?" Because that's just the way we are, like,
Yeah, that's just, I just let you
everyone's
go. I'm like, yeah, whatever, whatever. Or yous have had like, a funny morning and I come in and I can tell like just the air's like, all right, so from Luce aren't friends, lovers and friends at the moment, and we're just gonna roll with our morning. But it's cute. It's normal, but Sam and
it
I are the
is.
same. Sam and I are the same. We have days where you could cut the air with a butter knife, you know what I
Mm,
mean? We're human beings trying
mm,
to live a life together, um and love each other, and sometimes it's you gotta have a bit of a row and a bit of
mm.
love hate.
Yeah. And like it's
But
funny because like Luce and I, we always say that obviously we're like a package deal, right? You rarely
yeah,
have one of us without the other. But it's good because we've actually found, ever since going through this, and I think it does have a lot to do with Luce's transition, we have
mm,
found ourselves not only as who we are as a unit, but who we are as individuals. And I think, and obviously I joke about this all the time where I say my frontal lobe isn't fully developed yet. But like because I met Luce when I was so young,
yeah.
who he is and his attributes and the way he goes about things have really helped shape me in
Yeah.
who I've become. I feel like he makes me so much more patient. He helps me be so much calmer, and he has helped me, broaden my oh my goodness. Simba
All
just
I can see
jumped
is
out.
cattails
It's
and
all
like a
the
blurry
cats.
image.
Yeah. Like um yeah, Luce has really helped me develop into the person that
Oh,
I
that's
am.
beautiful.
And I think vice versa, that's really helped. And I think it helps as well because we are so different as people. Like we really
Mm,
do complement each other, like we were joking on Sunday, this is probably going to be the most that you ever hear Luce talk because I do enough talking for the both of
yeah,
us.
yeah.
But yeah, and I think that that's something that we found that really works with us. And and they say opposites attract, but in our case it really is true. We
Mm,
really balance each other out. We really level each other out and we really complement each other where one of us lacks, the other one,
yeah, picks it
really
up. Yeah.
shines. And so that's why we balance each other out so well.
That's the same with yeah, my partner Sam. We've been together 15 years,
Mm.
and it's the same. She's not like, she's like Luce, like a bit more quieter, social stuff, sort of a little bit more reserved. Whereas I'm like you, I'm like, "Ah, ah, 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 look me, and then yeah, it kind of just, it rubs and it goes good together, levels it
Yeah.
all out. I So I follow a few trans men on Instagram, um, because I get crushes on trans men, because they're hot. And I think there's a beauty in having experiences of the female and then the male. I think you get an amazing human being, that's experienced different perspectives, and it just creates and meshes together such a beautiful human.
Well, I'm actually going to the School of Discipleship this weekend. Really
Mm,
exciting. I'm going down to Stanwell Tops, which is about an hour from Sydney, so like 3 hours south.
mm,
And I'm actually really excited. I actually don't know what to expect. I keep telling people that I'm going to church camp. Um,
mm.
but it's basically like I think it's just like a conference and you get to stay and do worship and learn about your faith and all of those things. But yeah, I'm really excited and I think I said that I'm going to try and vlog it. Um, Jord,
What?
what's a vlog, Jord?
Oh, I thought you said flog it.
No,
I was
vlog
just
it.
like, vlog it, okay? Because
Yes.
I'm like, flog it. I'm like, why are you flogging something? I'm like, that's weird. Vlog it. It is a video podcast. Did I do it right?
What we're doing right now is a video podcast, a
Yeah,
vodcast.
yeah.
A vlog is a video blog.
Okay.
Like, do you not like, does Amelia not watch like Come Along With Me? Like,
Yeah, yeah. She
to,
watches that on like YouTube Kids.
that's a vlog.
Okay. Like the day of life of blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna be doing that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
I didn't know what it was called, but I've
Yeah, a
seen
vlog.
it. Oh, you make me feel so old. First, I thought it was flogging. Then I thought it was a video podcast. Now we've gotten on to it's the day of the life of someone going to a worship retreat thingy.
Yeah. But see, you learn things. You learn
Yeah,
things.
I
You learn
know.
things from me. I learn things from you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you learn from me, don't you?
oh yes. You're terrible. You're terrible. All right, let's
Terrible
wrap it up.
Muriel. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
I
You're
know
terrible,
that
Muriel.
phrase. I don't know where it's
Are
from,
you
but
serious?
no, I don't know where it's
Muriel's
from.
wedding?
Oh, is that where it's from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because my
Have
mum
you
says
seen
it all the
that
time.
movie?
No,
What?
no, I have.
It's like a classic.
Is it an Australian movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
got Tony Collette in it.
No, I don't
Do
know
you
who that
know
is.
who Tony Collette is?
I don't think so.
We're gonna have a night where I'm gonna start doing like um educational stuff with you because kids these days like don't so number one, Enya, look up Enya, Sail
Okay.
Away. It's very depressing. I wouldn't listen to it and like you're
Oh,
depressed.
okay.
But it's something, it's a cultural thing. And then Muriel's Wedding, great movie. I definitely recommend Tony Collette. It's Australian. It's just a classic.
Okay.
Oh, wait, can we talk about my public speaking?
Yes, let's talk about public speaking.
I've had like a huge fear of public speaking since forever. Like I was the kid in school that faked being sick to get out of public speaking.
Mm.
And yeah, yesterday I got up and public spoke in front of the church, and I actually think I did all right.
You did very well. I'm very proud of you.
I know. So I got a lot of positive feedback. So it was a great day for us. Yeah, it was a really
It
good day.
was.
I even got a little comment in there in my speech about Adamstown is the lucky seventh chicken nugget when you order six. And
Yep.
that got a lot of laughs. So I thought it was good. It was
You
good.
and your chicken nuggets.
I love it. Hey, just like randomly, chicken nugget.
Chicken
I don't
nuggets.
know why. I don't know why. I probably like kebabs more than chicken nuggets. My brain caught on to chicken nuggets for some reason, and now everyone knows that I'm just going to randomly say chicken nugget.
Yep.
I don't know. Is Luce going to come on for 5 seconds or he's
I think
busy?
he's on a phone call. He's too busy for us.
Whatever.
Working his big boy adult job.
No, I don't even know what he does, but anyway.
Neither do I.
Is it like real estate or like selling stuff or
So
technical adult stuff?
it's tax depreciation. So like basically the way that I understand it is that so when people have investment properties, they can claim they can claim some things on their like with the property, like if they provide furniture or like the property themselves, like the land that the property is on, like they can claim it off their tax. So they
Yeah,
can get
right.
tax deductions, which is why he joked about making the rich richer because it that's literally what it is making the rich richer, unfortunately. Because yeah, these people who probably don't need
More
deductions on their
money.
tax
Yeah.
are getting deductions on their tax.
Wow. It sounds very adult.
It does sound very adult. And I just sit there while he's on phone calls editing all my silly little videos. So
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's beyond me, that kind of stuff. Well, I'll just come to church next Sunday because it's
that's
Allies
right.
Sunday. Soph and Luce won't be there. I will be running all the tech and everything. But yeah, it should be a good Sunday.
Sounds
Allies.
good.
Mm.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Hey, we love you, allies.
Couldn't do it without yous.
No. Okay, we'll wrap it up for real now. This is like the third time we said it. Wrap it
Yeah, I
up.
know, right? Rub
We
it up.
always do that. We always do that. Get off on tangent. But
Yeah.
thank you everybody as always for listening. We so appreciate you. Um, please, if you can, follow us here on Spotify because it really does help. It helps other people find us to our little corner of the internet that we love and curate with so much care. But if you want to connect with us on any other platforms, we are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Is that it? I think so. I'm the
Yeah.
person that runs all of the socials, so I should know
Yeah.
what we have, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just search Adamstown Uniting Church. As always, have a blessed week, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.